In this picture, the learner was supposed to write a story. He is a second grader. At first glance, I noticed many spelling errors. It seemed as if the learner had taken Pine test and he had to type things very fast. As we learned in Bichner 2008, direct feedback is better, particularly for lower proficiency level students, because according to Ferris and Roberts 2001, it saves them against confusion. But in indirect feedback, learners are more engaged in hypothesis testing, which promotes internalization of correct forms and structure. Since the errors here are all spelling errors, I think indirect feedback would not cause any confusion. I would highlight the misspelling, and for each misspelling, I would give the learner 3 options. Then I would ask him to choose the correct option and then check that in a dictionary. As for next picture, so writing of a 6th grader, he was supposed to compare 2 locations. There was no particular error related to the target tasks. I believe some errors should be ignored because they are accidental. For example, somewhere he wrote the instead of they, but elsewhere he wrote the word they correctly. The frequently noticed mistake was plurality and singularity of verbs and nouns, so there might be an awareness required, like by number coding. For example, number 1 next to the verb have signifying singular verb, then the student understands he needs to change have to has. Or number 2 signifies plural noun, so he changes the word language to languages. Yet, I like to give it second thoughts to such way of giving feedback, because a 6th grader may have hard time understanding abstract grammar words. So next to each number, I prefer to give options. For example, I ask him language or languages. But for next writing, this is a writing product made by a 10th grader. He was supposed to write what we citizens can do to reduce global warming. I prefer to provide metalinguistic feedback by coloring the errors and providing the explanation for the relevant colors at a separate or bottom of the page. There are varieties of errors in this writing, like active voice, passive voice, infinitive without to that is required after auxiliary verb, make versus do phrases, gerund. A few of the mistakes were gerund. Whether infinitive or gerund is required after certain verbs. Therefore, the student does need to get a notice and awareness in first place by metalinguistic feedback. Yet, providing feedback for all these errors would be confusing or boring. So I either devise a task based on the feedbacks or give the feedback to the most dominant error in this writing, which is use of gerund.